Thanks, Mr. Toastmaster, or Mr. Chair. I'm going to welcome all fellow you Toastmasters, most welcome guests, and our distinguished guests this evening. Thank you for coming tonight, and I'm going to be offering some evaluation points for our 4 table topic speakers today. Okay, so let me get this up here. So we first had, is your name Geoff? Yeah, thanks Geoff. You did a great job coming up. Is this your first time at the table topics? You've done it before? In other topics? Yes. Yes. Great. Well, very good. Geoff talked about the pilgrimage in the morning time where he really liked going out with his father and wished he had more chance to do that. We can tell that Geoff has some Toastmasters experience. He's very good eye contact with the audience. His voice was very clear and audible. I think I was sitting at the back of the room and I could hear everything he said. I also really enjoyed Geoff's story. It made me really drawn into his story because it was a really insightful personal story that he was telling. One suggestion for Geoff is that he was mostly standing in one spot. And I recommend trying to move around the stage. It's something that you have to kind of do with purpose because you don't want to just move around with no reason. But if you can move here and then say some important thing and then say maybe walking with my father and you'd be walking along and then come over here. So that's just one thing. You have the whole stage here. This is a great room for that, so you can make use of that as well. I really liked Geoff's story and how we connected with his story and his ability to get his voice out there. We had Suzanne come up and she talked about the makeup and set designer possibilities and going to Venice. I really liked Suzanne's expressive, descriptive language. She used a lot of nice words to describe her story. And she had really expressive hand gestures. She was moving her hands a lot that added to her story. She also had really good eye contact. She was looking at the audience the whole time. So that was great. One suggestion for Suzanne is, again, she was mostly rooted in one spot. And I was thinking her voice could be even more projecting. It seemed like it was audible, but I found it could just carry a bit more to the back of the room. And I really liked her relaxed feeling on the stage, and I look forward to seeing more from Suzanne. We had Stephanie come up, and Stephanie talked about the tradition of self-expression, which she wants to encourage for our club. She has a really relaxed presence on stage, and seems really comfortable in front of the audience, which is wonderful. She also has a really pleasant tone of her voice, and that everyone can feel like they're relaxing and listening to her lovely tone, and the way she goes up and down with her voice is very pleasant. I noticed that she was using her hand gestures quite a bit, but I think she could be even more effective with the hand gestures, because it seems like they were just kind of going on automatic, and they were emphasizing the important words, but try to bring in more like acting out the story and using them to add more depth to what you're saying, I would say. I really like Stephanie's way that she wrapped up her speech with a really good conclusion at the end. For Christina, it was great to see Christina back again, and I really liked her very personal story about her father's tradition of telling the audience, telling the people at the table to recognize the people who are not there. She's a really engaging speaker, and I really liked that she was telling a story, which is great. Did you also notice she was moving around the stage in a very nice way that added to her speech? You over here, she's using her arms and very expressive with what she was saying. Suggestion for Christina, I would like her to think about how she can involve the audience more and get them more to buy into her story. I've heard a general technique is to use the word you a lot more than the word I. And her story was a personal story, so she talked about herself a lot. But how would that directly relate to everyone in the audience? Like talk about you and maybe try to link that to something the audience has in their own past. I really liked Christina's language, body language. She had really good relaxed gestures, and her gestures really did add to what she was saying. And I liked that she had a really good overall message to what she was saying that everyone could take away and think about for their own lives. So that was great. I really appreciate all the 4 table topic speakers today. Thanks for coming up and being brave to do your impromptu speaking, and I look forward to seeing you again. So back to Simon.